Good morning. We have arrived in Haugesund in lovely Norway. Again this morning. That's us just getting off the bus. No, not off the bus, off the boat. Some of Callum's family having a bit of a longer lie-in today. We are off, just Callum, me and his mum, and we're going a wee walk. We're going to have a look at roughly where things are. The town centre is a little bit further away than you'd expect. When you do get off the boat, there's a couple of kind of huts down here that are selling tickets. So there's tickets for the Viking Adventure sightseeing buses, and there's also the little train as well. So stop by the church city train. So yeah, you get that as well. So we're currently taking the walk into Haugesund. It's a fair walk to the town, so something just to bear in mind if you are going to walk it. Very good shoes, comfortable shoes. It's not exactly the most delightful area either. It's a bit of an industrial site. An interesting thing if you're interested in it, because it is where they build oil rigs. If you're not interested in that though, just really looks like an industrial site. There are also little signposts around with bits of information, which is always good to know. So yeah, there's one of the rigs they're building just now. So you've got a rather large bridge to cross, but the view is pretty lovely. It's the first time we've seen anything overshadow the side of our ship. So just went into the Viking Planet, which is I think it's a VR experience you can do. It also is just a little shop, so we look inside there. It's very cute. One little thing to note, we went to Olden yesterday, and I don't know if we've got this on video, but the tour guide for the trip that we were on in Olden said that most of, if not all of, the shops other than souvenir shops will be shut today because it's Easter. Or it's coming up to Easter, I think essentially is what he implied. So we're not sure if that's just within the Olden area, but it does seem to be the case that most of them are closed here. So we don't know how much we'll actually get on camera or anything today because the shops might all be shut. I'm just going to sit there. I think I found a kind of unique shop here in Haugesund. It's quite cool, I like the idea of it. It's got lots of little odd things in the window. Get a apothecary style stuff. It's got incense available for sale. We should buy some.
Go ahead.
See, it's called Weird and Wonderful.
That's cool.
Look at a 2-pack hat. It's a hat that literally says 2-pack.
That's at Bogman Parks. You should go inside.
The Hornets. Yeah, we could go and see what it's about. This is such a nice shop. It's got such unique things in some of the places, and then it's got just some nice glassware and stuff. It's quite old kind of stuff, but it's nice stuff. When I say old, I mean old timey stuff rather than old stuff. It's so nice. Oh wow, look at these. Oh, syringe pens. You get mad. It also smells incredibly good in here. It's the nicest incense burning. It's so nice. Callum and his mum are currently outside going through ducks. Love that.
These are a selection of Alice in Wonderland themed cups, and they're so cute. So this is the rabbit, then Alice's dress.
That one.
I think this one's my favourite. This is the Mad Hatter.
There's a Queen of Hearts one there as well. The Queen of Hearts one's got a little Easter thing.
And then I love this sort of central section here.
Oh, maybe.
These are teas that you can buy. Men are morons. There's Pucker Up Buttercup. I need to get a bit more crude, like SAD and what else? Single AF as well. This is good fun.
Look at her face.
Living for it.
This is the coolest shop ever. It's got t-shirts. It's got a Christmas section. Oh, that's a water gun duck. I'm going down to this bit here because it's got dinosaur stuff. So, they've got a record section down there.
Don't tell your mum that it's a Christmas shop, just when they go. That's all right there.
I know, I showed her. Of all the things that you wanted to try, it was this one. You're gonna...
Although these remind me of like 2013 Converse.
Yeah. Or Vans, you mean?
I like that.
This is like a clothes section almost. Down there's records and antiques, and then up there's Christmas next door. And
You're
then
not allowed to show this area, you can't on camera.
why? Oh. And then upstairs is like it's just like an alternative shop.
Lucky cats.
I don't know what Dragon's Blood is. Sure, look at this pig ornament.
Oh, they're cute.
Yeah. It's such a good idea to have like a Christmas section.
I think this shop just has everything.
It might be like one of the coolest shops I've ever been in.
You can get a wee ballerina in a Christmas dress.
A lot of the shops are shut today, but and to be honest, there doesn't seem to be that much to do here. But definitely come to this shop if you're in Haugesund.
It's actually quite a nice place.
Oh.
Walking up is not great.
The main street's nice. It's a little bit of a walk from the boat to get here, but there's some nice shops once you get here. It's maybe just needing a little bit of TLC, but I mean back home there's a million times that that's the case. It's but it's nice. What I like about it.
So we came into a little cupcake shop, mainly because Callum needed the bathroom as always, but they have the most stunning cupcakes. So we've got a vanilla salted caramel, we've got a chocolate pistachio, and we've got a mango passion fruit one as well. So yeah, a couple of choices. We've also got some drinks and coffees on the way as well. The place is absolutely lovely. So while you're sitting here, you can grab a wee chessboard off of the windowsill and you just can sit and play chess. And how pretty is this little step? It's so nice. Love that. So cute. Callum, how's your cupcake?
It's all over my teeth. It was so good. It was lovely. It's like pistachio full of pistachio cream.
Myself and Eileen had a salted caramel one.
Very very tasty.
What would you rate it out of 5?
5.
I would give it a 5 out of 5 too. The caramel and said it was absolutely delicious. Quite light,
Milkshake.
nice salty.
Very nice too.
But yeah, I forgot. Eileen's got a kind of
Caramel
let's see if you've seen it.
milkshake.
Caramel milkshake, whipped
Cheers.
cream on top, everything. And I got a peach sparkling drink, it's called. I presume it's maybe just like a lemonade or a soda with peach syrup on top. Not tried it yet.
Never did it.
It's really nice. A really light flavour. Yeah, it's lovely. It's really refreshing. I can imagine sitting here in the summertime with a cupcake and this. So this is us heading up to a wee church in Higginson. So you can see it from the boat. So we go in and have a wee look around.
That's us back in the ship from Haugesund, and we're just going to our room now. Thanks. Yeah, my mum's just away back to her room to put her stuff away. She bought some souvenirs instead of me, and I think we're kind of undecided if we might go in a hot tub or something. Yeah, I'm glad we got off. I'd say we spent about 3 hours walking there, seeing some shops and getting some food, and then coming back. My first impressions were maybe not the best. Like, you come off at quite an industrial part, but if you walk across the bridge and make your way to like the main street, which is kind of marked by bunting and flags all over the main street, then there's some stuff to do there. Most of the shops were closed, but a lot of the kind of touristy ones were open. So yeah, that's the last of our stops for this cruise. We only have tonight, and then we have one more day at sea, and then we're back home. Sure, Serbian a domestic goddess and in his own shirt. After I tried to, and it wasn't good enough.
It was absolutely terrible.
And I have sunglasses on inside for no reason. We've been showered, changed. We've got my mum's birthday meal tonight, so we're just about to go upstairs and kind of kill some time and chill before that. It's at 6 o'clock at Beechers. We'll show you some of that if we can, and the rest of the night so far remains unplanned. We considered washing our clothes before we went home. I looked it up today, and on one of the P&O forums it said you can buy detergent from one of the shops on board. I can't really be bothered doing that, but maybe we will.
Maybe we will.
Maybe we will.
Maybe we won't. Maybe we do. Maybe we don't. What is that?
Come on.
Come on, baby, do the locomotion.
Thank God it's so off key that we won't get copyrighted.
Come on, baby, do the locomotion.
So we just left Roadies and did the quiz. Me, Stuart and Kimberly did it, and Skylar was there as well.
It was a very difficult one.
It was
Did
quite
not do
difficult,
well.
yeah. Kimberly got 2 out of 20.
Stop telling people Kimberly's score. I feel like she's going to release
Well,
it.
I only got 8 and you got 9. I think that's the first time you've
I
ever
got-
beat me at a quiz.
I won, and because it was a Doctor Who question about what his home planet is. If you know the answer, write it in the comments.
I said Earth, but I didn't actually know. I knew it wasn't that though. I was going to say Galilee, but I think that was Jesus' home planet.
Wasn't Jesus'
Galilee or
home
something?
planet? It was Jesus' birthplace, I'm sure. Not his home planet.
It was not
No,
Galilee.
don't tell people. I
Oh.
want them to put it in the comments.
Spoiler. Yeah, so that was on at 5. It's now like 5:45, so we're just waiting to go. We're actually out on deck 8. Yeah, we're here to watch the sail away if we can. So, Haugesund, in
Haugesund.
summary, it was okay. It's a very industrial town.
It's the worst
For
of the
good
4.
reason. Obviously, they get good industries and stuff here. They're building, what looks like offshore rigs, like oil rigs and stuff. So, yeah, I know that's what it looks like. That's what supports the area and some tourism. We went to a really cool shop and had some nice desserts, and that's about it. Thoughts, Stuart?
Thoughts? Out of the 4, this has been the worst one.
It wasn't an actively bad experience though, it was just fine.
It wasn't bad, but I think maybe we got the wrong time or we got the wrong day. It just seemed like an industrial town that you walked into and there was nothing much happening. I think we did get a bad day because, as we said earlier, they shut all the shops because of Easter, so it was just the souvenir shops you could go to.
It's also just very grey, like it's a lot like machinery,
it's
metal
not
buildings and greyness.
For us, it reminds us a lot of Greenock in Port Glasgow, the area that in Scotland cruise ships come into for us, and we've always talked about that area looking not its best for the area that you want to arrive in, and for me I think this also has that issue. Like, you can go outside of Greenock and you can get the charm out of Largs, and I think that's the same as Haugesund.
Yeah.
You can arrive at this area and it's like grey and dull and drab, and then you can go 10 minutes in and it is kind of nice, but you have to go to the right place.
Also, just a side note, we were supposed to do a red boat safari here. There was two in offer, there was one here and one in Oldham, and we didn't, or was it Oldham? No, one here and one in Stavanger, and we didn't know what the towns were like at the time, so we booked the one for here, and it got cancelled ahead of time by P&O, so I think it just stopped running, so we got a refund on that, and then there was no time to book the one at Stavanger. In hindsight, I would have booked the one at Stavanger instead because it was set in like a much more beautiful location with more views of mountains and stuff like that. Yeah, just a lot more like natural kind of countryside. Having not done either, if you're thinking of doing one, I would pick Stavanger by the looks of it. But yeah, we're looking forward to getting a chance to do the red boat. It would have been fun, but yeah, now that we're here, it maybe wouldn't be the best place to do it, to be honest. We're officially leaving, so I'll come over and show you.
There's one man standing out there, so I'm just waving at him. Oh, there's a couple of people over there.
So this is the Stavanger, this is the
One man.
Haugesund Port.
Like, bye.
Back here is like the little town we went to. You can maybe see the steeple, that's the church, so we just had to walk around there.
Happy birthday to you. Hey.
Thank you. Good evening, that is us back in a room after a fun night out with everybody. It's pretty much midnight. We went to the beach house for footage you saw. We will put clips in. We took off all the food. Then we went to a couple of shops, went and bought some tickets for the bingo for tomorrow, which should be fun tomorrow morning. And by the way, there's the chance of up to £10,000 prize for that, but I think there's like a guaranteed at least maximum prize of £800 or 500, I can't remember. and then we went to the Sky Dome. Why is that so hard? There's something actually that's food related. We went to the Sky Dome for it was kind of like a party night thing. We went, just had a bunch of drinks. Kimberly and Sammy bought some cards, like playing cards on the board, so we played a bunch of games together.
Family dance night with Pulse.
We got some bingo tickets for tomorrow. We bought some wee dabbers. A dabber for a dauber. Kidding. That's a Scottish thing.
A dauber is a useless person.
And then we went to the Horizon restaurant, so the Horizon restaurant doesn't shut until 1:15 a.m. So that's our first time going there at night time. I got a lemon and poppy cake. The most random stuff. We got some butter chicken, some cheese, some chips, a roll and some butter. They had like tons of stuff. They had like fresh, it was like a lot of fresh food. They had like vindaloos, tons of curries. They had like biryanis. They had paella, like tons of stuff. And then
It was kind of like going to a takeaway at the end of a drunken night. Except for my meal is not really like that.
You can get like cheese and crackers and stuff too.
They had beef bourguignon, so I got beef bourguignon. Chips.
And what was
the
hard was
crunchiest,
that,
like, I mean, literally it's like a brick. Garlic bread and a roll.
So yeah, that was a really fun night. Today was the last day being anywhere. Tomorrow's the last full day at sea, and then the day after that we disembark. So just want to quickly touch on the food. So this was our second non-inclusive restaurant, so all the other restaurants that we were at. Just to explain briefly, if we've not already. So included with the cruise, you get access to any of the four main dining rooms, the MDRs. So they're Aqua, Peril, Coral, and Opal. So those have usually 3 courses, and you can order drinks from like the drinks menu, and it's table service, like linen cloths, etc. You also have the Keys, which is 3 sort of quick service counters. So one's Asian, one's fish and chips, and one's American style. And then you have speciality restaurants, which you have to often pre-book joint virtual queues for, and those are supplementary. So today, for example, at the beach house, there was a menu which could have cost us nothing if you wanted to choose certain dishes that were free or included in your package, or you could pay supplementary charges. So for example, I got chicken nachos, which cost me an extra £1.75, so that's pretty reasonable. Stuart got
beer can chicken.
I think his was like an extra £6 supplementary charge. But yeah, just what do you think of the food at Beach House, or just Beach House in general?
I thought that the Beach House food was really good. The beer can chicken was a share, but I did eat it myself. I left maybe like a chicken breast and a leg. But
it was a big.
It was a good sized chicken,
a whole
as
chicken.
you've probably seen. In general, the meal was really good. The service was really good. All the staff that are in there have, I think it's called like Pinot Shine, they call it, and it's like a kind of compliment your staff kind of incentive style thing. So all of them were really attentive, and they really cared about what your meal was and what you're there for and everything.
You just see my head poking around there. I'm like,
there's Cal. So yeah, I mean it was great.
This is like my eye on my forehead. I'm sorry for interrupting.
Hello from my forehead. It was really good.
My mum and Sammy and Kimberly were all really complimentary and loved theirs. Kids, Skylar, she's still only like 9-10 months old, but she does eat some solid food. The kids menu from there was,
I would say the kids menu was the worst part.
That didn't exist. So you had the choice of chicken nuggets or fish fingers, which come from the Taste 360, which is in the Sky Dome. It's just like a all day until like 9:30 p.m. help yourself kind of snack bar with like pizzas and chips. Like,
it's about 5 minutes away from the Horizon.
They just bring the food from down there up. It's not bad food, but it's just not exclusive to the restaurant. My food, I had chicken nachos, and honestly it was so delicious. It was like spicy, with, like jalapenos and stuff, and sour cream and everything. It was really nice. And then I had I think it was like lemon and something fried chicken.
Lemon garlic herb.
Yeah, but I didn't like mine, but that's fine. It was my fault. It's because I had the only boneless chicken was chicken that had skin.
In case you didn't know, Callum's a fussy eater.
I don't like chicken with skin or bones. So then I was given chicken breast with skin on it. It was butterflied. And then, so when I took the skin off, It removed all the flavour and it was left with like a small amount of actual breast with not much flavour. But the sides were nice and the dessert was amazing. Sammy and Kimberly got especially cool desserts. It was like a marshmallow and a bunch of other things like churros, strawberries, banana cake, and then you got chocolate fondant, so that was pretty impressive. But yeah, it was lovely. Would definitely recommend. Kimberly is particularly fussy and she liked something for every course, so
Yeah.
and that speaks volumes.
It was a really good menu. Although, to be fair to Kimberly, for her dessert, she had an entire sharing plate and only ate the strawberries.
Yeah.
So,
But then she ate the rest, so I know.
thanks. Well, I'll sit here and eat loads of food behind you as well.
Tomorrow, like I said, is our last day, or full day. It's a full seed day. So I'm not sure if we're going to end this here today or if we'll continue this vlog into tomorrow, but just in case, thanks for watching. If you're enjoying the vlogs series so far, then please like and subscribe to watch more. Bye.
Bye.
Sorry, just a follow-up, or I don't know where this is going to end up in a video, but it's going to end up in a video somewhere.
Maybe a PS.
A blooper. There's this jewellery company on board called
Clyde.
Kalati Jewellery.
Clyde.
Clatty's a Scottish word, and you say something's clatty if it's like disgusting.
I like bread that I just ate with Clyde.
Yeah, like sure, Scarlet Bread's clatty, or like I don't know, or like this could be the brand or something.
I don't think anyone would ever buy the jewellery.
Maybe I won't mention that. What's another example? It's like if someone sneezed and didn't cover it and it went all over you, that'd be absolutely clatty.
That's disgusting.
Well,
That's so gross.
well, I think if you wash dishes and there's like food in the sink, that's clatty.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
clatty, if you need some advertisement,
Come to Scotland.
maybe rebrand in Scotland.
If you're ever coming to Scotland, don't call yourself Clyde.
Just a side note, it's all I can think of when I see it, so sorry Clatty. Good morning, it's our final full day on Iona, and we just spent a nice hour or so in the hot tub. It's really sunny outside today, which is nice. We've come back, Stuart showered, I'm just about to shower, but we got this piece of paper in the, what's it called, like the kit, what's that name, outside the door.
It's kind of like a letterbox.
You get kind of like a sort of little letterbox outside your door for any leaflets, bills, tickets, etc. that come your way. And we got this today. So this is information about getting ready to disembark. So in summary, this says you can take your own luggage with you and leave any time from deck 6 between 7:30 and 10 AM. And this says you can leave your luggage outside your cabin from 2 PM and then it'll be collected and it will be taken to the luggage collection when you're off the boat, so you just pick it up from there. There's more information about settling your bill, which automatically comes out your account that you've linked your card to. Yeah, some information if you've got a coach transfer, but that doesn't apply to us.
So this morning for breakfast we came to the Keys. The Keys does breakfast up until 11 o'clock, so you can come here and you can get a couple of different selections. So there is at the Big Line of Vinegar you can get pancakes, you can get Belgian waffles, it comes with a selection of different toppings, so things like maple syrup, bacon, strawberry compote, blueberry compote, lots of options there, chocolate, sauce, everything like that. Then the Fusion restaurant does omelettes, they also do different kind of egg varieties with things like smoked salmon as well. Terrible glare in here this morning, don't know if you can actually see that. And then the one down the bottom here, which has a massive queue, I'm not going to take you all the way down there, but that one does a full English breakfast, so you can get a full English breakfast with all the kind of usual stuff, scrambled egg, fried eggs, bacon, sausage, all of that. So it's really good. We've came here for breakfast yesterday and we're back here today. I actually think that it's slightly better. So this is my breakfast here. Woohoo! I am planning on going and getting a waffle as well, because, you know, why not? So this is an example of the waffles that you can get. They are not small waffles, and the compote looks so good, as does the whipped cream. Oh, can't wait for that. Breakfast so far, really good as well. Dan's also got a waffle. I think he's got syrup on his cream strawberry compote as well. So yeah, and that's our bingo tickets ready for this afternoon. So we are now walking to the bingo. Callum's got his lovely Lainey Wilson t-shirt on. He's showing off his country to country and his bingo dabbers, bingo wings. We're heading into the clubhouse now. The bingo is not on for another kind of half hour or so, but it gets very busy, so we're just heading there and getting ourselves ready.
Yes. Terrible.
0. Nil point. Nothing. Good fun though. I mean, took a wee bit of time. I actually started later than we expected as well, but it was good fun. Cal now just thinks it's a waste of money. It's like I literally said to him, like, it's every form of gambling. Anytime you gamble, when you don't win, it just feels like a waste of money. And you're like, why did I do that? Good afternoon.
Doors opening.
We just had I think it was the captain of the watch that was on the tannoy there. And he dinged the bell to wish us a good afternoon and tell us where we were. We, on the other hand, e.g. me and him, we are heading to the gym because not to go to the gym. It's about the only place, other than a couple of other little restaurant-y type things that we'll do this afternoon, that we have yet to see. Hi. So we're just going to head there and show you that just now. It's on deck number 5.
It's next to the laundry. Not next to, it's the same floor as the laundrette as well.
Yeah, on deck 5. So we're on deck 5 forward, and the gym and health club is just down here. It's quite nice. Looks really pretty. So there are some kind of classes and things. You can go and do yoga and things throughout the week. And then this is the entranceway to the gym. It's quite busy. There's lots going on. There are lots of machines and it goes on quite far, so there's plenty to choose from, there's plenty to do, which is good. So yeah. So just inside the door to the gym there is actually a wee table sitting and you can sign yourself up for classes every day, and there's also a schedule that you can pick up from day one. Obviously we're on the last day so I never picked it up, but from day one there's a schedule and you can pick it up and it tells you each day where you are and what's available, and there's like 10 activities in the gym, so it's quite good. The gym is also bigger than our gym at home, so it's pretty big. It's quite impressive. It all looks very new, all of the machinery in it, which is good too.
Speaking of gyms, we're just going to go and get ice cream. And there's a guy called Jim that's going to serve it. No, that's all.
I think he was just trying to say, speaking of gyms, because we're not going to one, we're going to go and get ice cream. Also, look at the blue wall in this lift. Is this new?
We're going to go get some ice cream because we've not tried it yet. We've just looked at it many times. Right, so we've come from the lifts on floor 8 and over by the sweet shop there's Ripple's ice cream. There's also something called Sundays in the Sky Dome on floor 16, so you have a couple of options, but we're coming here.
So this is a menu for the Ripples Cafe. So you've got the gelato available up to 3 scoops. You've got an afternoon tea that you can also get. There's sundaes as well down the bottom. There's also gelato donuts and other little things like cannolis and stuff, which I presume make up the kind of afternoon tea. And then you've also got Costa available here as well, so if you're looking for a coffee you could get that here, and your usual kind of drinks as well. Just while we're waiting, they have served up afternoon tea here for someone. It's quite nice, it's quite a lot on it.
It's got a Magnum.
Yeah, it's cute. I mean, I think every part of it has ice cream on it, so I think even the macarons that are on there have ice cream in the middle of them. I got I think it's like a caramel almond kind of one, it said. It comes in a completely edible tub, completely edible spoon, sprinkles on top, and we also got a Lindt chocolate bar each. I don't know what the deal is with these. They're on a deal, well I don't know what the deal is. They're on a buy one get one free for $1.95. Maybe a kind of Easter treat, I don't know if they're usually on the ship, but I've seen them about, so I thought we'll just get one. Why not? That's nice.
Did you ask for fudge on it?
Yeah, we never gave that. There was a mixed bag. There was a big family in front of us, so I think that made it slightly slower. But on top of that, there's only one person serving. So I think there's 2 ice cream kind of not machines, like ice cream
Freezers.
like freezers, like holders, where they can serve from. So it's a bit odd to me that they're only serving from one. I think that means that it slows down the process so much, like drastically.
You have one person ordering and the same person preparing. That took us 35 minutes of standing in that queue to get this ice cream from Stuart. I ordered from the menu a brioche donut with a scoop of ice cream inside, which sounds so good, I can't wait for it. But I was told to take a seat and that would be brought over to me, so really in total it's going to take a good 40 minutes to get our ice cream.
Ice cream's good though. I don't know how much this was.
I don't know. And mine's $4.25.
It's not really much more expensive than you pay for an ice cream at home.
Yeah,
And it's certainly good quality, so yeah.
Feel the plate, it's so cold.
Cam's received his, here we go.
There's the brioche donut, it's got chocolate ice cream inside.
Put it on the table.
That only took about 5 minutes there.
All I could imagine there was him not putting it on the table and it falling on the floor.
Oh god. This is stupid, I didn't think about it, but it's not ice cream.
Yeah, ice cream
It said like it's not cold, sorry, yeah. Obviously. So they take
It's a fresh donut.
they take the donut, fill it with ice cream, then they put it in almost like a waffle press.
If you've been to France and Epcot, it's a similar kind of idea as that one. The audience is waiting.
That is so good. Like it's like crunchy sugar on the outside, the ice cream's still cold and then the donut's warm. Just for reference, by the way, I went up there and there's 17 people in the queue.
A lot of bodies. Anyway, I'm going to go enjoy my ice cream. We're at the Ocean Studios because we did plan on coming to see Wicked, which is on the ship today. However, it is absolutely packed in both screenings, so we're not going to bother, we don't think. But quite good that it's available and it's on the ship. And these are completely free of charge. There's no extra charge with them, and there's multiple different screenings on. So the screenings on 9, 1, 5 and 9 PM, as well as for Wicked there's 2 screenings of it, so they've also got it available on the half hour as well. So yeah, it's absolutely packed full of people here. As we said earlier in the week when we did record a wee bit about the studios, there are about 50 seats. It's unreserved, so it's first come, first served.
So we went down to my mum's cabin because we bought a cake yesterday and she's not had a chance for us to eat it, so we have to go and have a piece. And then we're going to one of the main dining rooms for dinner. And yeah, just enjoy last night. What are you doing?
Looking at your outfit. What are you wearing, Callum? Or who are you wearing? The shirt is a River Island number. The shorts, I think, are River Island as well. And then he's got my shoes on.
Absolutely crushing my feet. Lily?
Well, I'm sorry, I'm petite. I told him not to stretch them out. If he stretches them out, I'll rage him.
I don't think any white shoes.
Also, look at the colour of us both.
A bit red.
Like, very red. In case you didn't know, disembarkation day tomorrow, so luggage is everywhere.
So Stuart's wearing a Seek Discomfort t-shirt for the last night.
Exact number.
And some jeans.
And shoes. We have knocked Eileen's door 3 times now. And we wait. Is she in? Apparently, I don't watch the news. But there's a baby. No, there's a pram. And there's Kimberly. And there's absolutely no room to get in this room right now. My god. Oh look, trolls. And there's Eileen and the baby. Oh my gosh, can't get out. Eileen and Skylar. Skylar's wearing a cute little outfit today. Hi Skylar. That's a lovely shot. Look at the sun, look at this weather. And look at the baby. Yeah.
back to the gym because we're on the same floor.
We had the cake at Islands, now we need to work it off.
Yeah, she's on floor 5 anyway, and we're waiting to go up to dinner, so we thought we could just go and have a look and see if it's empty enough to film. And finally, just when we left my mum's room there,
I think it was go time. That's what it seemed to say on the badge. I apologise if we butcher your name.
we should have asked his name, that's rude of us, sorry. We just started used to people asking us any questions
Saying
about
hi.
vlog. Because we've not made that many of these videos, but yeah, it was lovely, and I think he just happened to see the camera and asked if we make vlogs, and we said yes, and then he asked like what kind, and then he asked if he could have the channel name. So hello if you're watching this, apologise for not asking what your name was or catching
Thank
your
you
name.
so much for chatting to us.
We have now turned around because the gym is still quite full, but yeah, that was nice of him. So he's going to watch, and he wished us well with our channel because obviously it's still pretty small, which is fine because we mostly are just making these for ourselves.
Just so you're aware, this is how tall the ceilings are. My hand's touching the ceiling.
Stuart's 6'7", so, and I'm actually 6'9".
We're actually 40 foot.
No, we're not.
We're not. We went to the gym recently and I lost 2 inches, so that was really good.
He never lost them, he just never had them.
Just never had. I run them.
But yeah, so we've booked into Aqua, which is the last of the main dining rooms that we've not tried yet on the ship, so hopefully that'll be good. I think it's the same menu anyway. It's just a different kind of vibe in the restaurant, some different decorations.
Just came into the Grand Atrium and outside our window is the wind farm, which is pretty cool. Zoom in a wee bit. So I actually seen this on someone else's vlog at one point, that they put all these out at Easter time, and look, all the eggs that the staff make up, how amazing are they? Look at this. Before Easter Sunday, and all of them are decorated with completely edible stuff. Like these are all chocolate eggs, they look absolutely amazing. Look at that one. Wow. Just a little note, and it's actually a question that I probably would have came across at some point earlier, but I never did wear the shorts that I also brought. Callum is wearing kind of creamy coloured shorts.
They're not sports shorts.
Yeah, ones that in my opinion would be dress shorts, so we'll just show what they look like. They are dressier, okay?
And with a shirt.
And with a shirt. However, he has been rejected from a bar. The dress code for tonight is evening casual. It does say leave the tracksuits at home. It doesn't say leave the comfortable shorts, but just something to bear in mind if you are getting dressed up or getting dressed for dinner, that kind of thing.
I also thought it was going to be the case because it's the reason I'm not worn them yet, and it's the reason I don't wear them to the beach. As last night, but
Yeah.
I thought I'll see for the last night.
It's basically jeans and nothing.
I'm not
Or
about the bar,
dressy
but
trousers.
just because we're going to one of the restaurants that require even casual wear, I'm going to change just in case.
Yeah. One little thing just to note on that kind of situation, it's kind of a weird one because tonight for me, I'm wearing jeans, I've got a not very dressy t-shirt on, I'm kind of casual, I'm not really wearing much like fanciness.
And trainers.
I'm wearing trainers, and we know other people who would wear kind of more relaxed clothing like that,
There's a lot
and they
of people
get in.
wearing hoodies and trainers and t-shirts and jumpers and leggings and stuff.
Yeah, and they're acceptable for the restaurant standard. So it's an interesting one because
I'm wearing a shirt.
it feels picky. It does feel picky, and I think the difference is, you know, if I'll just use these for example. So if Callum was wearing these, for example, okay, these are swimming trunks, these are swimming shorts, and I can totally see the difference in those. Whereas to me, something that's like this, which is, you know, cotton, it's very weird because in 2 minutes time he'll go back to this restaurant and they'll go, that's fine,
But
and that's
I
weird.
don't really know if this shirt goes with these trousers then.
And that becomes an issue because now Callum might have to change his whole ensemble. It's very frustrating. We are currently on the way to the Aqua restaurant. Our dinner reservation has come up, so we're going to go there and eat. So dinner at the Aqua done. In my opinion, one of the better MDR meals that we've had. Callum, thoughts?
It's probably my least favourite one. It's not to do with the dining room, it's just my stomach hurts a little bit tonight. And
A week long of being on the cruise. I think everyone's feeling a bit oof.
my chicken tikka masala barely had any sauce, so the rice was a lot of rice with no sauce.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a dessert because that was not it. And the soup was nice.
We are now heading back to Atrium. So we go into Atrium. We are going to just have a chilled hour. When's the show start? Half hour. And then we are going to the Headliners Theatre for what's the show?
Sky's the limit.
Sky's the limit. So we're gonna head there. Eileen, Callum's mum, wants to get a photo at the photo thing that we got a little photo at earlier on, and then we'll just head along to Headliners and get ourselves sorted with a seat. We are going in to see Sky's the Limit. Again, this is in the Headliners Theatre, and we won't be able to film anything. But yeah, not really sure what this is about, but it's apparently airport themed.
Man's just going in,
Again, we can't film any of this show, so we'll see you after. That was so good. So that was really good. Really, really good. Highly recommend coming to see Sky's the Limit.
Yeah, I think
Like,
they saved our best for last.
yeah, clearly. I mean, genuinely, there's been a couple of really good ones. The Greatest Days one was really good.
That was probably my second favourite. Well, it depends
what was
what
the
you
other
talked
one?
about, because there's other things like the remix isn't them.
The remix was
That was
good
a
as
good
well.
band.
That was the other one.
Whereas
Really
this
good.
seems like the core entertainment team
Yeah.
that do all the group shows.
This seemed like the adult version of all of what we've seen this week.
The visual, whoever puts the visuals together are amazing. Like their visuals for all the musicals are so good.
Yeah, it's also cute because I've just noticed that some of the dancers are out getting photographs with people just now as well at the end. So it's really good
This
as well.
one was really good for props. Like I don't want to ruin it, but it had like
They had props of things like cars and
Airplanes.
airplanes, and their actual outfits were really good in this. It was just, this felt like the most polished one.
also
which
I
was
don't know
really,
what
really
it was,
good.
but essentially it was a flight crew initially, and then they were travelling to 3 major cities,
Yeah.
and then they represented the culture of those cities
Yeah.
through song and
And-
dance.
It was really fun. It really was. It was really, really fun. I think all of us really enjoyed it. I think Callum's family enjoyed it that was with us. I think Skylar
Skylar,
even, she was dancing
so
away to it. So I think, yeah, definitely the best of last. So this is the Oasis Spa and Health Club. They're just cleaning up, but it's a very nice area. And you can get things like facials, you can get your hair blown out, you can get all of these kind of treatments and everything. They also have a little bit of a shop area over here next to the spa area, which appears to be down the stairs as well. It's lovely. This shop here, Sea Salt Cornwall, really nice shop with a lot of kind of, not cheap, but certainly like affordable luxury branded products. Like everything in there obviously is tax free, and it was all really nice, good quality, so definitely worth a look in there. They also had things like ties, and so they had lots of things that, like, if you forgot your formal like kind of clothing, you could grab. So it's a good wee shop.
So this is deck 17, and there's many kind of different style seating areas throughout the ship. We've not really used this one, but I can imagine summer this would be really nice to sit and play cards and have a couple of drinks. It's a bit of a wind tunnel in the winter or in the colder weather, but pretty nice.
Here's another bar that hasn't been open for basically the entire of our cruise, and also is the adults only area, so it's a bit annoying. Also, it has been a situation where we've seen kids in it. So we've sat down in Skydome for what is probably the last show of the cruise. This is called Rise, and again it's another acrobatic show similar to the one that we came to see the other night in the Skydome. Again, it looks like they've maybe spent a little bit of money on props for this one, as over in this corner, or I say this corner, this side, there's a really big egg. Could be something about a phoenix maybe, who knows? That's the end of the cruise, unfortunately. I actually think that it's a shame that it's done.
Yeah, I think
It's been a lot of fun.
we have left in the Sky Dome currently.
I thought you were going to say, we've left no stone unturned on this cruise ship. But yes, we have left in the Sky Dome. They're sitting watching the end of
Rise.
which did look very good. We're just a bit tired.
Oh, was that
And,
nightmare fuel with that bird?
Yeah, I don't know if I showed the bird. I tried to cut. I didn't want to show everything, but the bird was a little bit terrifying. Suitcase in the background, ready to rock and roll.
We had been instructed from today to put our bags out any time from 2 p.m. So I think until like midnight or 12:30. So we're about to quickly stick everything that we've got left. Well, these clothes.
These clothes and bits and bobs. We've got bits and bobs around the room.
Stick them inside the drawer. I have a rucksack with me, so that's going to store all the electronics and last pieces of toiletries and stuff. And then tomorrow, so breakfast, we were given the time to meet at the clubhouse.
This is a disembarkation horizon, which
I
is just...
I did show it on video.
Yeah, this Callum said earlier on, or showed off earlier on. It's quite good, it's double-sided and it's got a lot of other information on there about like settling your accounts and stuff as well, so this is a really handy piece of paper. We're keeping this handy just in case we need it tomorrow.
Would you do a cruise again?
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Me too. I had a great time. I thought it was nice to have so much access to so many things in a relatively confined space. And then we were able to meet up with our family, have fun, and then they were able to do their own thing, we were able to do our own thing. So it was really good for that. It was nice to get a chance to see a bunch of different cities on the one holiday.
I think we both had a really good time, and I think definitely we would do it again as a couple as well. I think having the opportunity to be with your family and not be with your family has worked really well, and actually as a family holiday, if you were doing something like that as a group, I think it's ideal for it. On top of that, it's like a bonus that it's like the best hotel in the world, plus you're travelling country to country to country, or you're travelling place to place to place every day. Like it is unlike anything else you can get.
Would you go to Norway again?
I will be going to Norway
Well,
again.
we
yes.
are. But would you go?
Yeah, I mean Norway was lovely. The people seemed really nice. It was really, I just think it felt like a community everywhere we went. Yeah, but I think the community aspect of it is really good. They really care about their country. They want to advertise it. They want to show off, and I get that.
It's got a lot to be proud of.
And yeah, I mean it does have a lot to be proud of. The place is gorgeous. I mean, when you say, what was it, 95% of it is
I think he said only, I can't remember, something like only 9% of Norway or something has been developed.
And I mean the mountains, the hills, the Alps, everything, every area that we went to, even the ones that we've not loved, still are amazing. They're still like stunning areas, and I think you can find something everywhere that you go.
I would come to Norway again. I think it's beautiful. I think Scotland is beautiful and can take some tips with how to make the most of itself in terms of tourism and renewable energies and all those kind of things. What was your favourite part of the cruise ship?
Of the actual ship itself? I really liked, I just like the, I'm just gonna sound really stupid, I just like the decks to walk around, like going out on the promenade deck on deck 8, or like going up to like 16 up to 18, even to 19 sometimes. All of that's just so nice, turned out to be my favourite thing. Yeah. What about you?
I like that there was something for everyone because we had quite a diverse group. My mum likes to go off on her own sometimes and mingle with people. Kimberly and Sammy they enjoyed the casino, but they also had a baby to try and keep entertained and also try and do some things as a couple. And then we were a couple, and then we wanted to also do full family things. So there was something for everyone.
Yeah.
And then I just love a hot tub. I feel like there's something about being on holiday in a hot tub or a swimming pool, and there's like so many options, so I love that.
I actually liked Stavanger. I don't know, there was something about that little town on the first day, going to the bakery. It's a quiet village, every day like the one before. Little town,
yeah,
full of little
couple of
people.
bakeries, good couple of bakeries and different
You're going, a couple bakeries, aye. Stavanger was lovely.
My favourite was to nature spots. So the glacier, up close to the glacier, up close to the water, and as much as I struggled with the bus journey,
That view
the view from the top of Stranda ski
Strandafell.
resort was just amazing.
Yeah.
I've not been abroad with my mum or Kimberly since 2018, and it's my first time being away with Sammy and Skylar.
This is my second time going on holiday with Callum's family. Well,
Well, Kimberly and
like
my mum.
Kimberly and Mum. So it was good fun. It was nice to go on holiday with them again. It was nice to have Sammy and Skylar joining us.
But yeah, it was nice to get away with everyone. I think they all seemed to have a nice time. Everybody had their own best bits and their own gripes, like just like with any holiday. Would you recommend this cruise to this location for this price at this time of year?
Yeah, I would do a couple of things differently. So things like pre-booking, restaurants and things like that, just so that you give yourself the best options.
You think
But-
you can do it when you get here?
And it's really
It's not that it's impossible, but I mean, some of them there were like there was no availability.
Yeah, I think the best thing to do is overbook and then
cancel for free.
cancel. And it's a better option because then you give yourself the opportunity to say, we have this, do you want to do it? If not, there's other options there all the time.
I would recommend it. I feel like we went for a cheap cabin, so it was £1,800 for the inside cabin for both of us for a week.
It's been nice.
We've had loads of space.
Yeah.
For a couple, it's perfect. I
Yeah.
think if you were two friends, you might be a bit of a squeeze.
I think two friends would be fine because the twin bed, the double bed that we're sitting on just now turns into two twins.
But I don't just mean that. I
And-
mean like personal space squeeze. Like you might feel a bit overcome.
Depends. I wouldn't come
Maybe
here.
that's the sign of me.
I wouldn't come here with someone that you don't know very well.
For £900 each to get all that food and all that drink was amazing. We went for the classic drinks package. I could see the benefit of the deluxe if you're a big wine, cocktail, coffee drinker, but we found the classics to be absolutely more than enough. We never had more than half of our allowance of alcohol for the day. We were allowed 15 drinks per day. We never really went close to that.
I think as well the classic package, if you're just happy with classic cocktails, it's got everything.
Yeah,
you
you've got
need.
about
So,
six options.
Yeah.
The actual stops were really good. I think I had my favourites and my least favourites, but nowhere was terrible. And the entertainment all around was good. There was stuff on all day, every day. Not always to our taste. But yeah. See, for the price, these days you spend almost like way over £1,000 a person
Yeah.
to go to Tenerife and stuff these days.
True.
If you've enjoyed this series, then please like and subscribe. We have a few more holidays this year, so we're going to Norway for 2 weeks and France for 2 weeks.
We're getting back to Norway.
So in the summer we will be going to Norway and France, and then in October we're going to Universal for our first ever Halloween Horror Nights, which I absolutely cannot wait for, and Epic Universe. We cannot get enough of the previews for both
Cannot
so
wait.
far, so can't wait.
Cannot wait.
And we'll go with our friends Amy and Stephen, who are Florida Universal Disney experts. They've been like, I think Amy's been like 5 times, or this is like Stephen's 4th time.
Yeah.
We also have a bunch of other content
Yeah.
that you
Loads
feel
of
free to
stuff.
go and watch. Apologies in advance if you watch the Florida vlogs because they were filmed on a mobile phone. We didn't have a camera. So
Our lovely DJI hopefully has done us proud and created much better content this time around, and we hope you've enjoyed watching it. Leave us a comment. We'd love to chat to people and love to get in touch with our lovely subscribers. And follow us on our Instagram. Our Instagram handles are at the end of the video when we swipe over. So yeah, thanks so much for coming.
yeah, see you next
See you
time.
next time.
Bye.
Bye. Whoosh.